Hey guys, this is High Sky RC. You know, I've been looking online lately for videos on or just stuff on how to build cheap and easy RC plane. Nobody really had good threads. I mean, they had the plans, but they didn't have the dimensions of like what size do I need to cut this? What angle does it need to be? Well, that's what I'd like to show you guys today. So, my friend gave me some of these plans, and I'm relatively new at flying, and basically this is the end result of the cheap and easy RC plane. I've been able to fly it perfectly for, I've nose bombed so many times, and it is still, I mean, a little bit of reinforcements, but I'm still flying after a month of nose bombing. So, if you're a beginner, or you just want to have some fun, this is a really great plane. I think it cost me like $2 at dollar store. It's just made from this sheeting of dollar store foam board, and basically you're gonna just draw the dimensions out of a single board of this. So let's get to it. Okay, so you're basically gonna want to start off at the top because it's always the easiest. That's how you figure out where everything's going. But so basically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your ruler. I don't really have my ruler down here right now, but you're going to measure 6.5 inches. And then you're going to mark where 6.5 inches is. So I marked mine right here. And you're going to want to do the same with the other side. So 6.5 inches to the inside. And then when you're done, in the middle of those two marks, I just draw a dash line like this. It should be 7 inches. You should have 7 inches from here. So when you cut this off, there should be 7 inches from there. Now, so the second thing you're going to want to do is from this corner down, you're going to want to do, this is going to be 11 inches, so mark where 11 inches was right here. And then basically what you're going to end up doing is you're going to take your straight edge and you're going to line up each point and make sure these lines here are perfect. Otherwise it's going to look lopsided and it's not going to affect it. But then you're just going to draw a line diagonal from that, and it'll come off like this when you're done. But wait, don't cut anything out until you've got all your plans completely done. So the second thing you're going to want to do, I'd recommend doing this first, is drawing a line through the middle of your board so you know where the middle always is. And then basically, for your drill mount, you're always going to want to, like, it really just depends on what type of blade you have. I wouldn't recommend using what I have because I have a 10 by 3.8 inch. But basically, it's from where you're going to want to mark your hole for the best center of gravity, it's going to be about 7.4 inches to the top of what you're going to do. Whatever your hole is. And then you can just cut diagonals or whatever. That's going to be something that you guys are going to have to figure out on yourself. But 7.4 inches from here to here, that gives it the best center of gravity. So, then what you guys are going to do is, you've got this upper half drawn out and everything, is you're going to want to take from this angle where you got the 11 inches, you're going to want to draw 11 inches down, and you're going to mark where 11 inches is on your board. Mine was right here. So then, basically what you guys are going to do is, so you're going to do that on each side. Don't just make little hash marks is all. And then you're going to want to do from, so basically, what you're going to also, then, yeah. So, sorry. What you're going to want to do is from 11 inches, it's going to be about to here. You're going to mark where 11 inches is on your board. Okay? And then from where that 11 inches is, basically what I did was I just took 2.5 inches. So from your 11 inch mark is going to be here, and then you're going to want to go down 2.5 inches and draw a line all the way across. That'll give you where your end result is for basically your board there. So you got 11 inches here, and then you mark it, and then 2.5, draw a line across. And then your excess, which is basically up down here, it's going to be about 5.5 inches. Now, none of this needs to be exact. Don't worry if you're a little bit off or anything. But, so this is kind of confusing, but the 11 inch from where you marked, so mine's right here, you're going to want to go up 1.5 inches in. So, right here, I went in 1.5 inches, so that's basically going to be right here. That's going to be this. Because when you're holding it, when you're taking off, you're going to want to hold it like this. So you want a little bit of room. It's 1.5 inches. Basically, you're going to go to here, and you're going to mark 1.5 inches in, and you're going to draw a diagonal from your middle of your line. Okay? And then, basically, you can just go up however tall. I went up 1.5. And going in, that's going to be what you guys... It's not on the thread that I was using. It doesn't really matter what you have, because that's just going to be your elevator right there. It's pretty straightforward there, but you want a little bit of room, and then you're going to want to draw your line across. Not all the way across, just because you're basically, as you guys can see here, right here. But then, so you've got all of this done up to here. You've got all this extra stuff down here. Well, if you marked your line all the way down the thing, or down your board, what you're then going to want to do is just take half of this section right over here and cut that in half. So that's basically going to be, I didn't really actually use those parts, because I used a second, I built a second board. What I'd recommend you guys doing, highly recommend it, is double layering your board like this. I double layered, if you can see that right there. I double layered my board. It just helps withstand crashes and everything. But I used the extra from that. So basically, what's going to end up happening is you're going to take the excess from here, and they're going to be fitted just like this, right like this. And then it doesn't really matter what angle you have it or anything. That's going to sit up like that. But then, so you've got everything done here, and this is going to be another thing that you guys are going to have to do, just get your prop mount out and everything. But yeah, that's it. Then I'd recommend you guys doing when you get everything done and double layered and everything. I took some 5/8 dowel from Ace Hardware. It's about $1 for about a couple feet of thing. And what I'd recommend you doing is from the propeller to here, wherever your motor mount is, cut it just before the motor mount, or where your hole for the motor mount is, or your propeller. And basically what that's going to do is when you come over and you say you're new and you crash and nose bomb, these planes have a tendency to curve up. They get like bent up really easily. I found out that it weighs next to nothing, and doesn't mess up with your center of gravity at all. But then what you guys going to do, I didn't really explain this, but what I did was, I'll have the second board, but you're going to trace it to about, probably right here, on the second board, so you can just double layer it. But you're going to have you should have 4 of these by the time you cut out your second board to double layer it. So what I did is you're going to have the 2 pieces like this, obviously. But what I did was the pieces from here to here were used for your rudder. But if you're wondering, what you're going to do is, for your rudder, you're just going to want to, I would just mess around with it a little bit. What I did was I just cut mine out. Mine didn't really have the form that I was using didn't really have the rudder size or whatever. So, just mess around with that. But other than that, this plane flies really well. And anyway, have a good day.